Now that I've made it to the start of the Dalton, I figure this is a decent time to look back and see how I got here. At least the trip, anyway. We'll leave everything else before that to the people who already know. On the first day, we stopped in Brainerd, put in a short ride, kept driving to War Road with some fun fuel shenanigans. It was about half a gallon left in the tank by the time I got there. Stressful. On the second day, we started by crossing the border, went to Angle Inlet, found some morel mushrooms, stopped in the Winnipeg Mall to exchange currency and go shopping. Slept in Foxwarren, where there is a very nice free campground. On the third day, went to Saskatoon and rode up and down the rivers. It was raining. It was still kind of fun. Slept in Maidstone, not a whole lot happened. On the fourth day, made it to Edmonton. It was still raining. There was dirt, and there was a gravel bike. There was a mountain bike path. And you see where this goes. There was a crash. I only smashed one finger into a tree, it's fine. Mostly functional. On the fifth day, I woke up and rode down the interstate because it was the only thing that was there. It was fun. I stopped to fix the problem of 600 pounds on a hitch carrier going down Canadian highways. Started to bend the hitch receiver down, but that's a solved problem now with 2 ratchet straps. Made it to Dawson City and learned that the Alaska Highway is still closed due to wildfires. I think it's open now, but it was closed then. So I kept driving south, back south. It was worth it though, because we drove into the sunset for a solid half hour. It was magical. And the sixth day, mountains, all day long. This is my happy place. I felt at home. I still feel at home. Seventh day is basically the same. Stopped in Whitehorse for a shower. The eighth day, I made it to Dawson City. I climbed the one mountain, which is about 1,700 vertical feet, at something like 9% average. Again, raining, so there wasn't a ton to see. Walked around in town, crossed the Yukon on the ferry, and then drove the worst roads that I have ever driven. I thought Canada's side of the top world was bad, until I got to America's side. And I was going like 25 miles an hour and it was too fast. Just miserable. The rain, I'm sure, didn't help that. On the ninth day, I continued driving the worst roads, and I think I figured out how to jump a ProMaster. So, yeah. My suspension is going to be shot. Went to Tok. Fun tourist stuff. I mean, fun, strong word. I walked around and saw the touristy stuff. Kept driving to Fairbanks and got a campsite for the next couple days. And then that night I rode out the Elliott Highway just to see what I was dealing with. The beginning of the big line. On the 10th day I drove to Globe Creek, did about 70 miles. It was a bad decision, but I made it to where I wanted to make it to. On the way back to Fairbanks, I stopped at REI and AutoZone to pick up everything other than groceries that I needed. The 11th day, I woke up and rode south on the Parks Highway just to get the other direction out of Fairbanks. Cleaned up my van, went shopping, spent far too much money, got water at Fox Spring, and drove out to a decent place to camp. Now, the 12th day, today, I parked at mile 0 of the Dalton and rode backwards on the Elliott until I hit where I had stopped before. And then came back and did about 9 miles of the Dalton. So far, it's good. The gravel is nice. It can get a little bit washboardy sometimes. When they spray it with the water truck just to keep the dust down, it becomes mud. So if I can avoid that, I guess I'd try. But if it's all like that, which is probably not, it should be not too difficult, other than the hills. I'm currently parked at the Dalton Highway sign, the famous sign. Probably make some supper, drive out to a better place to sleep for the night. and keep connecting dots. Continue the line to Prudhoe Bay. As for how much I've spent, fuel, yada yada, I'm at $1,176 on fuel, which is for about 275 gallons. I've driven about 4,000 miles. I'm getting 17.5 miles per gallon, roughly. I spent $107 on campsites and showers, $374 on groceries, but that is with my big restock as of yesterday, which should last me like 2 months. And then $132 on miscellaneous and other, which would be the fixing of the hitch stuff, bear spray, grease, etc., etc. And I think that's that. We'll see how it keeps going tomorrow and the day after. The day after that. Hopefully we make it to Prudhoe Bay by the 20th.